Victoria Thomas, casting director for The Mosquito Coast. This is your second series with Justin Theroux. You did The Leftovers. What has it been like working on another show with him?
Well, he's always surprising with his performances, so it's fun to watch him act. And between Leftovers and Mosquito Coast, he's kind of good at playing extremes in a way. So his characters did sort of extreme things on both shows. So
Hmm.
and I know Justin a little bit just throughout the years of casting. So it was good just to reconnect with him on Mosquito Coast.
Do you like reworking or collaborating again with actors you've worked before and like sort of casting around them, especially when they're the lead?
Yeah, I think it's kind of fun to, they kind of become old friends in an odd way. And it's kind of interesting to try to cast them at different points in their career and cast around them at different points in their career and cast them. Because I've been around a while and Justin's been around a while. And so I remember his auditions from back in the day. So it's kind of good that we're still both here and haven't been kicked out of the business.
You just keep doing shows together. So,
Yeah.
well, this is based on a book written by his uncle Paul, and there's a movie starring Harrison Ford, and the show deviates greatly from both. But when
Yeah.
there's source material and a previous adaptation, do you look at that at all?
Not really. I mean, this is going to be its own thing. And I'm a big fan of Peter Weir and of his movies. So I'd seen Mosquito Coast, the movie, but I knew it was going to be something different. So I didn't look at it again for any sort of references or anything like that. And I just figured it's a fresh start on a new, just on a new version of the book.
So where did you begin casting the Fox family? You have Melissa George, who plays his wife, Margot. How did you cast her?
We started casting the show 2 years ago, and it had a long uh, gestation there because we started from scratch. No one was cast. Melissa was the last big piece of the family that that we cast, and that was a long kind of search to figure out who would be that part and who would complete the family in that way. Uh,
Hmm.
so she was supposed to put herself on tape for us, and she did not. And and so we'd gone through trying out several people, and finally Justin said, "What about Melissa?" I said she was supposed to put herself on tape. So I think he called her and said, "Put yourself on tape." So get it over here. So she did, and they're just kind of timing and coming in at the right moment, and just kind of worked. I think she and Justin had a good chemistry, and he felt comfortable with her, and she fit in with who we'd cast as the kids, and it just all kind of made sense.
Why didn't she put herself on tape the first time?
Busy, busy,
Yeah,
you
and then she
know,
was
or
like,
or or, or sometimes you think, I think with actors, it's sometimes like, well, I'm not gonna get this part, or they kind of drag their feet, or they are busy, and then they figure, oh well, they probably cast it by now, or we try to follow up on these things, and sometimes you kind of lose track of somebody, but she was ready to do it and ready to go and jump on a plane to go to Mexico and leave Paris and kind of join our crazy kind of crew, um, shooting in the desert, shooting in Mexico. I mean, it's not like she was going off to the Riviera.
mhm.
It was kind of an adventure she was taking off on. So, good on her for taking on the adventure.
Well, the kids are such an integral part of the
Yeah.
show, and they have storylines of their own. So, what was the process like casting Logan and Gabriel?
It was long and but good. We just wanted to have kind of the right energies for those kids because they had, Gabriel had a distinct relationship with his dad. It was a very close relationship, and we wanted a kind of a brainy kid, but a kid nonetheless, and but a kid who's kind of an adult in a way because he and his family have been moving around and he's had to adapt to different situations, and just wanted a kid who was interesting, aside from obviously being a good actor. And he and Justin kind of look like each other. They just seemed to they fit together. And they each had their own sort of oddness, and I think definitely you feel like Gabe came from that guy, and also from his mother as well. And Logan was again just looking for someone unique, just trying to look for a unique actress who was interesting to us as a person and as a young girl, rebelling against, just not having a normal life. And Logan's she's just a unique person, and a good actress. And yeah, I mean, I think we got really fortunate, really lucky with
Yeah.
both those kids.
I feel like the camera also really likes Logan. Like she has it's
Yeah.
like a very fascinating face, I feel like.
Yeah. No, she's impressive. They both are. So I feel like we really got the family right. I'm actually proud of
Did you
that.
do like a chemistry test with the four of them together, or
No,
two of them? No. Wow.
no.
That's just good casting. You just pick
Just
all
kind
the.
of, the pieces seem to fit.
Well, part of the show takes place in Mexico, and you also cast some known Mexican actors like Bruno Bashir and Ophelia Medina. So how did
Yeah.
you land on them?
Well, I mean, when you're talking about casting a Mexican matriarch, I
Like a
mean,
drug, like
the,
king.
the, there's not 50. There's not, there's not 50 who are in their 80s or whatever we wanted her to be. I think, I'm not quite sure how old Ophelia is, but we're trying to cast her as old as possible. But I mean, she's just kind of a legendary Mexican actress, and I mean, if it's there in front of you, I mean, why not? Yeah, and Mr. Bashir, I think he worked with our director before, so it's just those people are good actors. They seem to fit the roles. They're of the place we're shooting, and it seems like kind of a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm. How important is that for you to be like authentic, like casting, Mexican actors when you're set in Mexico, and to have, fluent Spanish speaking actors when a lot of the dialogue is Spanish? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I mean, you don't want anybody doubting what you're showing them. You just want people to believe the story, believe the actors, believe what they're saying, and not be taken out of the scene. And so, yeah, you're shooting in Mexico, so let's make it like Mexican. Let's get Mexican actors. Let's, let's do it real.
Oh, the foxes are on the run, and there are new characters, pretty much every episode. So, what kind of challenges does that present when there's always like new characters coming up every week?
Hopefully, just trying to distinguish them and make them each character stand out and not be kind of a placeholder. You hopefully just want to cast them with some sort of distinctive quality so that they stand out. And I think that's the main goal. So it doesn't feel like just a day player or you just want to give them some sort of distinctive feel or look or attitude, just to make it interesting, because the family's interesting, and you've got great actors in Justin and and Melissa and the kids. So whoever goes up against them, you want them to be challenging to Justin and Melissa, and you want them, to rise up and be able to go toe to toe with them.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's really just trying to get the people who will, raise Justin's bar, and like that he can, like I said, go toe to toe with, and have somebody to, to act opposite. That's exciting for him.
That's the goal, right? To challenge Justin all the time.
Yeah, and because he's nobody's fool, and he's good, and he's smart, and yeah, why not?
Hmm. Yeah. Well, would you? The show hasn't been renewed for a second season, but would you want to see a second season? Would you return for a second season?
Sure, I'd love to see what happens to the family.
Hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
On the run to a completely different country and casting even more people.
On the run to Switzerland.
He gets to skiing now, so he has
On their way
skiers.
to France.
Well, Victoria, it's great speaking with you. Thanks so much for your
Thank you.
time.